At the end of the day, I'm not going to out a victim of James Charles.
Another day, another drama. Hi guys, I'm Sebastian Williams and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in today's episode of Keeping Up with the Beauty Gurus, we have Miss Jeffree Star, and he recently got in some nasty drama on a podcast with Keemstar and Girl. I'm here to give you all the tea. So let's break it down, shall we? I'm trying to stay objective, so I'm on no one's side, I'm just bringing you the tea, love. First of all, Jeffree starts off the podcast by discussing the allegations of him supporting a person who loves children in that way. I cannot say that word because YouTube won't let me, but now if you don't know, let me give you the quick recap. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail on this one because this is not really my topic, but I do want to bring this forward because they did discuss this in the podcast. So if you don't know, let me give you a quick recap, girl, because it's messy. I mean, Jeffree was a big MySpace singing star, and he has his friend called Davey Vanity. He made music with and toured with this person. Back in the day, there were rumors that this close friend, Davey, was hooking up with their fans who were underage and who came to their shows. So Jeffree confirmed this on January 25th in 2013 when he publicly blasted Davey for this and completely disassociated himself with him. Then about 6 months later in November 2013, Jeffree deleted his old tweets pretending like they never happened. He then started to publicly support Davey and tour with him once again. Once these tweets resurfaced, Jeffree lied to Petty Page, who questioned him about it. He said the tweets were not real, but they have since been proven to be authentic. I mean, you can literally check this yourself by looking at articles or comments that correspond to the date when he tweeted this. After he was exposed for lying, Jeffree Star went on the podcast called Mom's Basement with Keemstar and FaceBangs, where he changed his story and admitted the tweets were real. He now claims he had no idea how old the fans were that Davey was allegedly hooking up with, and he claims he saw some shady stuff, but not illegal. I mean, he also claimed the tweets from January were just allegations from things he heard and witnessed when he was touring with Davey, but he wasn't 100% sure that this was actually true. So to conclude it all, Jeffree first claimed that this person was hooking up with underage people and that he was no longer supporting this person, but just a year later, he started to tour with this guy again, which is kind of hypocritical in my opinion. You can form your own opinion on that, but Jeffree didn't even stop there. Right after these heavy allegations were discussed on the podcast, Keemstar decided to question Jeffree even more on some drama with James and Tati Westbrook. So of course we all know the iconic or infamous drama that happened last year in May between Tati, James, and Jeffree. I'm sure we all know it by now. And Jeffree is gonna share some more stuff. And girl, it gets messy. So they asked Jeffree if James is a danger to society, and Jeffree had to think long and hard about it.
But there's this other situation that happened recently with James Charles. Is James Charles a danger to society? Is he a predator?
Keem. Listen.
That was a long pause.
There's a long pause because it's a very complicated situation. So before I answer, the ending banks was me, James, and Tati all making peace so the internet can go back to being the internet.
Jeffree mentioned that they decided to leave the situation behind, and this is also what Tati and James have agreed to. So to me, it's kind of weird that Jeffree is still talking about it, but he is just answering the questions that Keemstar is giving him.
The truth is that someone, and right now, I legally can't say who, told us a few things. And we trusted that person's opinion. And then another person said some things that was friends with that man. And it really convinced us. Yeah, it's similar, but it's people that are in our community that are saying things. And I don't know if they're true or not.
So Jeffree mentioned that there was in fact someone who had a story about James Charles that could allegedly confirm that James Charles was in fact a danger to society. So these two people convinced Jeffree that James was in fact dangerous.
If you want, we can pause and I can go in another room and play Banks what I have on my phone, and he can determine if he would have sent the same tweet. At the end of the day, I'm not going to out a victim of James Charles.
Okay.
Yeah, we
If it's real, because I don't know if it's real, and I'll go in the other room and play it for you.
And this is the reason that Jeffree decided to speak up. Now, of course, in Jeffree's video, he mentioned a few names, including the Dolan twins, the waiter from Seattle, and someone else named Cameron, who we still don't know to this day who that was. But anyways, Jeffree continues to mention that people in the beauty community allegedly have spoken out against James to Jeffree Star. He mentioned that he will play some recordings in another room, aka behind the scenes. I mean, yikes. He then went on to say that he was not the one that tried to destroy James Charles's career. He said that it was Tati's fault and that she's the reason for everything. He also said that Tati should have never even uploaded her video.
So it wasn't, me, Shane, and Tati against this person. Shane didn't ever really say anything. Yeah, I tweeted out a few things, and it was Tati's 40-minute video, but I get it. I'm more interesting. She's safe. And I think in some sick way, James thinks that me and Shane were behind it. And I just think that Tati, I mean, she took a really big hit, right? I mean, I don't know if she's still in the red, but it's a different vibe, right?
Okay, literally a few things are kind of wrong with this. I agree, it's true that Tati initiated everything with her video By Sisters when she uploaded it. She made claims against James, and James kind of has debunked a lot of these claims in his video called No Lies. However, Jeffree was there next to Tati at her side. He was supporting her along the way. He constantly congratulated her on gaining more subscribers. I mean, he supported her along the way. He was also supporting her claims, saying that everything she said was true. However, now that the two aren't friends anymore, he decided to blame her for everything. I mean, he said she was still in the red numbers on Social Blade, and he didn't seem to be upset about that.
I don't think we should be fake at all. We are currently not friends with Tati. Are we enemies? No, but we are not friends
What
anymore.
happened?
So allegedly, according to Jeffree, James thinks that Jeffree and Shane tried to ruin him, and Jeffree mentioned that he didn't even care about that and he would never want to take down James Charles's career. I mean, if this truly was the case, then why did Jeffree come on Snapchat, YouTube, and Twitter to attack James Charles?
You know Shane longer than me, Keem. You think we care to drag or ruin someone? For what? We're our own superstars. We're our own lane.
You do have a testimony from an alleged victim in your possession. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he does. That's what he said.
She did and uploaded a 40-minute video about him, and she should have never uploaded that.
Yeah, that's why.
But she did. And for some reason, James thinks that me and Shane tried to ruin his life and orchestrated the whole thing. Like we care. You know Shane longer than me, Keem. You think we care to drag or ruin someone?
If he truly didn't want to take down James, then what was the reason to drag him publicly? I mean, Tati started the fire, but Jeffree threw in the extra rude girl. Like, girl, this is a messy one. So then Jeffree goes on. He said Kylie and celebrities unfollowed James Charles and that they were basically waiting for their chances to unfollow him.
Not just about my tweet. You think half of those celebrities, Kylie, all those people unfollowed him. It was like, wow, like we all finally can.
He also mentioned that Kylie Jenner unfollowed James. This is true. She did in fact unfollow James Charles when everything happened. But to be honest, she unfollowed a lot of people, and Kylie doesn't follow a lot of people that she is friends with. For example, Kylie is friends with Nikita Dragon, but she doesn't follow her either. But she did invite and hang out with Nikita multiple times. So it's kind of like she doesn't follow everyone she hangs out with. Now, she did the same with James. Even though she unfollowed him, she still invited him to her Kylie Skin launch, which was like in June last year. So I don't know what Jeffree's point was with this comment, but you know, celebrities unfollowing James Charles, it was kind of like crazy because half the world was unfollowing James Charles. So Jeffree wasn't done at all. So Jeffree also went on a little rant about James unfollowing a mutual person in the industry because they're still associated with Jeffree and Shane. I mean, Jeffree said that this was immature of James and that he should just get over it. However, a lot of fans were quick to call Jeffree hypocritical. I mean, he kind of did the same thing last year when Kesha announced her makeup line, and Jeffree initially tweeted, okay, I love Kesha's music, so I cannot wait to see what our packaging looks like. And Kesha tweeted back hearts. However, when Kesha announced that she was gonna collaborate with James Charles, Jeffree immediately unfollowed her on all social media and deleted the tweet praising her, so many fans called him out being incredibly childish, especially considering he was in Kesha's music video like all the way back in 2010 or something. So the fact that Jeffree really called James immature for unfollowing a mutual friend, but then literally doing the exact same thing with Kesha is kind of hypocritical, in my opinion. Jeffree seems to be rapidly changing his story every chance he gets. And just to clarify everything even more, I've made this iconic time frame for you all to see how Jeffree Star's story has changed over time and how this story has developed, and it is getting kind of dark. It all started in February 2019. So Jeffree said he had James banned from his house since February. Then in April of 2019, Jeffree tweeted he missed James a lot. On May 11th, Jeffree tweeted that James was a danger to society. So in just 2 months' time, Jeffree Star went from banning James Charles from his house to missing James Charles to saying that he was a danger to society. Then on May 12th, he congratulated Tati 3 times on getting 6, 7, and 8 million subscribers. So this was of course after she just uploaded her Bye Sister video and was gaining a lot of support. Then on May 19th, Jeffree had uploaded his apology video and has apologized to James and his brother and agreed to move on from the situation. Then on September 12th, he unfollowed Tati for no absolute reason, out of the blue, and he got quite upset about that too. So just imagine that a few months ago, he was just congratulating her on gaining all these subscribers, and then on September, he unfollowed Tati. Then on September 15th, he mentioned James Charles in his Dollar General video, which is weird, especially after saying that he would leave him alone. Then on September 25th, Shane dropped the teaser for the Shane x Jeffree series and showing the James and Tati drama in this teaser, using the drama for views. Then in 2020, in March 22nd, Jeffree complimented James, saying he killed it per usual in response to James's collab with Charli D'Amelio. So he was just shading James and now he's back praising James. And then on April 28th, so just a month later, after saying James kill it per usual, being supportive of James Charles, he goes on Keemstar's podcast saying James is still a danger to society. Jeffree claims he has proof, which he says he cannot confirm 100%, and that it was all Tati's fault and she should have never uploaded her video. So the story has changed literally so many times. First he supported Tati, then he threw her under the bus. First he said he banned James, then he said he misses James, then he went attack James, then he said he was good at makeup, and then again he goes on a podcast to attack James. I think at this point we've really gone too far with this, but you guys can make up your own mind. I just wanted to share the facts. These are literally facts. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a lot, I know, but thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Follow me on my social media. Everything will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Keeping Up with the Beauty Gurus. I'm sure it won't be long because these influencers are really trying it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.